Hello and welcome. This short video will outline expectations for the reflection assessment in Information Systems and Technology project. We'll also examine some basic life skills that will assist you with this, but also that you can take forward to assist you to become a reflective practitioner as an ICT professional. Before you watch this video, it's important that you watch the SFIA video. SFIA is the Skills Framework for the Information Age, and take out a personal license with the SFIA Foundation and download and read the relevant documentation that's listed in the Blackboard site for this unit. To begin, we'll consider exactly what a reflection is. We'll consider this based on a simple rubric that characterizes attributes of a well-written reflection at varying levels of detail and analysis. We'll look at the STAR-L model: situation, task, action, result, and lessons learned, a framework to help you to write effective reflections. We'll also look at the DIEP model: describe, interpret, evaluate, and plan. Similar to STAR-L, you may also find the DIEP model to be an effective approach. You'll use these in your reflection assignment to reflect on your generic knowledge and skills based on the CBS program learning objectives, as well as skills from the Skills Framework for the Information Age. This will assist you to collect evidence of your skill attainment based on concrete evidence, valuable when you interview for your next ICT job, or on an ongoing basis when you plan your next career move as an ICT professional. At CBS, your degree program has been designed to develop discipline-based skills in addition to critical thinking skills, communication skills, social, cultural, and ethical skills and knowledge, and collaborative team skills. These skills are all highly valued by employers. It's useful for you to reflect on your attainment of these skills on an ongoing basis as you progress in your career as an ICT professional. This will be helpful to you when you interview for jobs. It's one thing to say, "I have strong communication skills." It's entirely another to have compelling evidence to share with a prospective employer to demonstrate how your past experiences as a communicator indicate that you'll be able to leverage these skills in new environments or settings. In ICT, a common way to refer to discipline skills is to use the Skills Framework for the Information Age, or SFIA for short. Increasingly, employers and government agencies are defining ICT positions using SFIA. For example, all ICT positions available within the Queensland Government are defined using the SFIA standard. The Queensland Government defines the Business Analyst position based on the Business Analysis SFIA skill at Level 4, the Business Process Improvement SFIA skill at Level 5, the Stakeholder Relationship Management SFIA skill at Level 5, and the Data Analysis SFIA skill at Level 4. If you were applying for this position, how would you demonstrate that you're a suitable candidate? How would you prepare for an interview? What compelling evidence would you provide to a prospective employer to demonstrate that you possess these skills, and what value will this provide to their organization? A good way to answer these questions is to develop your reflective practice skills and to reflect on your development as an ICT professional on an ongoing basis. There are many rubrics for reflective practice, but most of these will contain at least 3 levels of reflective depth and analysis. At its lowest level, a descriptive reflection lists what happened or what you did. In some circumstances, it may include your motive for undertaking the activity or experience. A dialogic reflection is generally written as a narrative that's based on your personal observations or data, and usually contains a judgment regarding the success of the activity or experience. At the highest level, a critical reflection provides a comprehensive analysis of what has been learned from an activity to a depth that's likely to inform future behavior and that considers alternate viewpoints and scenarios. Let's look at some examples based on SFIA. First, we'll look at the business analyst position as defined by the Queensland Government and focus on the stakeholder relationship management skill. Someone who possesses this skill is able to develop and maintain one or more defined communication channels and/or stakeholder groups acting as a single point of contact. Let's look at a hypothetical example of a reflection that demonstrates attainment of the SFIA stakeholder relationship management skill. This is an example of a descriptive reflection. It states that the writer was the team leader and kept their industry partner informed. It says, "An example of a time when I demonstrated the stakeholder relationship management skill was in my role as team leader on our Information Systems and Technology project. I kept our industry partner informed regarding project progress on a weekly basis and worked with her to clarify requirements as required." This becomes a dialogic reflection by adding the following. As the single point of contact, I discussed planned value reports with her on a weekly basis, and she offered valuable suggestions to help us stay on track. This included renegotiation of scope on our Moscow analysis, and we were both happy with the outcome since we delivered 100% of the must-have requirements and 60% of the should-have requirements. This adds observations and data and makes a judgment regarding outcomes arising from the activity. This becomes a critical reflection by adding the following. When writing the final report, it became apparent that some team members were unaware of the reasons behind the scope changes. While I kept the project partner informed, I realized that I could have done a better job of keeping the team informed too. In the future, I'll make sure that the traceability matrix is kept current so that everyone is aware of the business case for each requirement and the reason for any scope changes. This describes what was learned as a consequence of serving as the team leader and describes how this will inform future practice. Moreover, this critical reflection doesn't shy away from those things that could have been done better and provides a plan for how things will be improved in the future based on what has been learned from the current experience. Taken together, this provides a solid example of the stakeholder relationship management skill and is a much more powerful statement than just saying that one was the team leader. It says exactly what was done as a team leader, gives some measure of appraisal of effectiveness in that role, and demonstrates new insights about relationship management that's likely to inform future practice. There are several models that you can follow to help you as you develop your reflective practice skills, and one of these is the STAR-L model. In this model, you describe the situation that gave rise to the activity or experience, and the task that you were faced with in this situation, and the specific action that you took to achieve the task. You then go on to describe the result of that action and the lessons learned. Here's an example of a STAR-L reflection related to the business process improvement SFIA skill. I was the quality process manager for my team project. My task in this role was to improve business processes through effective uses of ICT that improve access to and analysis of information. I conducted a SWOT analysis with stakeholders to identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats associated with current approaches. Stakeholder input identified issues and solutions that weren't initially apparent to me, and here you'd go on and give some examples of those. This led to processes that better inform business decisions, and again, here you'd give some examples. What were the lessons learned? Involving all stakeholders not only led to shared ownership of the revised processes, but led to new insights resulting from widely varying perspectives. Here the headings, situation, task, action, result, lessons learned are included to illustrate key parts of the reflection, although you wouldn't necessarily need to include these in the final reflection, particularly if you found that they disrupted the flow of the narrative. Similar to the STAR-L model is the DIEP model. In this, you describe what happened. You interpret the event by analyzing new insights or feelings that arose as a result of participating in an activity or experience. The connection of the activity or experience to your learning, including learning from other units, as well as your relationship with other life experiences such as paid work, sporting activities, or community work. Next, you evaluate your impact and effectiveness, and you plan for the future. In your reflection assignment, you should identify 3 to 5 SFIA skills that are the principal skills that you have taken away from your course. You should write a critical reflection that provides evidence that you've attained these SFIA skills at a particular level, in addition to attaining the CBS program learning objectives. You should use a reflective model of your choice, state the circumstances that led to the development of each of these skills, and be sure to describe contributing current units, co-curricular activities, work opportunities, and outside learning. Be sure to cite specific evidence in your reflection and to include a SFIA-based CV in the appendix. References that were used in this presentation that you may find useful on your reflection assignment are listed here and also on the Blackboard site for this unit. Developing your reflective practice skills will assist you for 2 basic reasons. First and foremost, it will assist you to prepare for interviews when you go for your next ICT job. But ICT is an evolving profession, and it will also assist you to take stock of where you're at now in terms of your skill and knowledge and plan for the future. You'll have fun with this assessment and ask lots of questions and do lots of reading, and most important, do lots of thinking about where you are and where you want to be now and going forward into the future.